Welcome to the Crime Corner, where every shadow hides a secret and every clue leads to a deeper mystery. Turn down the lights, put on your headphones, and get ready to question everything you think you know. Because tonight's story starts with a message, a final one. It was 6:14 a.m. on a fog-covered Tuesday morning when the emergency call center received the transmission. No voice, just a breath, short, panicked. Then silence. The entire call lasted 37 seconds. It wasn't enough to identify the caller, but it was enough to start a chain of events no one could stop. Detective Elias Monroe was on his second cup of coffee when he got the alert. Another prank call, he thought. But something about the timing felt off. Too early. Too desperate. He pulled on his coat, grabbed his keys, and followed the signal. It led to an abandoned greenhouse just outside the city limits. Overgrown, rusted, and half swallowed by nature. Inside, nothing but an old flip phone lying on the floor, its battery blinking red, and taped to it a note. He sees everything. Elias felt the chill before the wind even blew. Something was wrong. There was no sign of forced entry, no blood, no footprints, just the phone and the message. He took the phone back to the lab. The tech team couldn't trace the original number. It was scrambled through 5 different VPN layers. But the audio? It had something. When slowed down at 2x magnification, buried beneath the breathing, there was a whisper. One word. Bastion. A code name. A location. A name. Elias searched the criminal database. Nothing. No hits. But when he cross-referenced old case files, he found it. Bastion was the name of a classified operation from 1997. A government project. Shut down after a lab explosion killed everyone on site. Or so the files said. The deeper he dug, the more inconsistencies appeared. 3 of the scientists involved had no death certificates. Their homes were still listed as active addresses. Elias visited one. The house was empty, but in the attic, he found walls covered in maps. Red string connecting photos, locations, times. At the center, a phrase repeated over and over. The Bastion didn't fail. It moved underground. The second address was burned down. And the third was a psychiatric hospital. The only survivor from Bastion. Her name, Dr. Eleanor Voss. She hadn't spoken a word in over 15 years. Until Elias walked in and said one word. Bastion. She turned, smiled, and whispered, "You're too late. He's already inside." Elias froze. "Inside what?" he asked. But she just laughed. Back at the station, more questions. The voice on the original call was analyzed again. It wasn't a man. It wasn't a woman. It was a synthesized hybrid. A voice created by an AI model, designed to mimic dying breaths. But who built it? The answer came from an unlikely source. A hacker named Delta, 16 years old, and already blacklisted by 5 federal agencies. She decrypted the phone's metadata and found hidden files, blueprints for a machine, capable of recording thoughts, projecting them, altering memories, and at the heart of it, a signature. Evie, Eleanor Voss. But why the message now? Why send it 28 years later? Because someone had restarted Bastion, and they needed Elias to find it. The greenhouse was empty, but it wasn't abandoned. The call wasn't random. It was bait. And Elias wasn't investigating the mystery. He was the next subject in it. The last message wasn't a warning. It was an invitation. Welcome to Bastion.